Hey everyone, thank you again for watching the Gift of Gab. This is Bobbin Robin here with Joel Acosta. He is owner of the company By the Coast Designs. Look out for some graphic tees that I will be wearing pretty soon, within the next month or so. And this episode is going to be part of that mini-series Family that I mentioned in the last episode with Asia. So again, Joel Acosta here. Just give us a bit about yourself if you don't mind.
What's going on, everybody? Again, my name is Joel Acosta. I'm 28 years old. I'm a single father of an autistic, awesome kid named Jackson Acosta. And yeah, we're here to talk today about a little bit about family and my family right now. So we're excited. And again, I also do a few graphic design tees that I'm working with right now. And yeah, you'll see him rocking a few as we go along. Let the artist.
The artist in me understands the artist in him, and I know like my shit about to be fire. So as long as my shit about to be fire, like it is what it is. We're good. We're
Exactly. That's all you need to know. That's it. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna come out. He's gonna see. Well, he'll see his design actually this week coming up, and then of course we'll also see by the end of this month a graphic tee on this awesome Gift of Gab show here.
Alright, look at that merch. I didn't even know we was about to have merch so soon, but thank you to By the Coast Designs by Joel Acosta. There will be Gift of Gab merchandise and graphic tees for sale. So as he mentioned before, again, this is part of the mini-series of Family that we started with Asia the previous episode. And Joel is a single parent. He didn't mention that little detail. He's not only a father of an autistic child, but a single father of an autistic child, a baby boy by the name of Jackson, who's awesome as hell, perfectly high-functioning, super smart kid, and you just never tell. Any of you out there watching this who is a parent, who is a father, who is a single father, who may have any child who is not by any textbook definition means of a normally functioning child, this video is for you. We're going to share a bit about his experiences being a single parent, of a child being of an autistic nature, and like I said, any comments in the previous episodes as well that you may have for myself that you may want us to answer together in a later video, or that you may want Joel to answer on his own.
Yeah.
By all means, drop those questions and comments in the comment section.
For the most part, it's not too different from being a regular dad. But the thing is, you gotta be a little bit more aware, just being there. One of the things that I see every day we have sessions with somebody. Right now we're working with After 3 services to help us with helping Jackson. He has delays in speech. So from there we actually did a few things first before actually determining he had autism. He could only communicate if he was hungry or thirsty. And then after a while he started learning to ask for more, like if he wanted to play or if he wanted anything from any certain place, like if we had something on the fridge. And it kind of started and grew from there.
After 3 services. So as far as services, I'm not sure if any of you know out there, there are of course services within the Hartford area that offer additional help to better understanding your child and to better, coping with and managing and helping raise your child in the ways and the specific needs that they might have. So you said, what's the services called specifically?
After 3 services,
After
we're working
3 services.
with a certain group, it's South Bay. They offer 2, there's Craig or South Bay. So it was right around, I believe he was like 2.5, and we first noticed, hey, yeah, he has delays in speech. So this doctor asked us, what does he do? Is he speaking a lot more for certain times of the day or anything? He would gesture for certain things, but yeah, his communication was definitely lacking in certain areas. So there's delays in speech, and then there's delays in certain other areas as well. So for Jackson, it was just speech. For others, there might be your fine motor skills or gross motor skills. So what that means is like anything from being able to grab a pencil or anything else, like it could be that. Those are fine motor skills. Being able to move anything, those are gross motor skills. So those delays can actually play a part in finding out if your kid might have any form of, let's say, disability, not only just autism, but any kind of mental disease as well, or not mental disease, mental disorder. So For Jackson, it was just speech. So from there, we went and spoke to his doctor. We got an appointment to check his hearing. So that was the first thing. He heard great. So whenever he heard something, he would like lift his hand or I think it was a toy. Yeah, the toy. So it was cool. It was interesting to learn how they like tell these kids who are 2.5 years old, can you hear this? You know, and they put them in like a sound booth. And they showed like these 2 little toys with noises and stuff. They did the noise, and Jackson would like move, and he would signal like which one was he hearing from. So that was pretty cool, just to know that my son could hear right, you know, because that was a scary thought as well. That was one of the things that
it would definitely be. It's an additional worry as a parent.
Yeah.
It's something else you have to be concerned for and just worry about for your child. So
I think every parent,
even I get that. Yeah,
every parent can say that health is like the most tip-top thing. Like we always want to hear that our kid is healthy, because then that's one less thing we worry about. You know, so with Jackson, we did the hearing test, and then from there, we went to the nose, eyes, and throat doctor, I believe.
ENT, an ear, nose, and throat doctor?
Yes.
Okay, so even whether you have a child, whether you have a child who's autistic or not, an ear, nose, and throat doctor, listen, I'm about to look for one for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So keep in mind that they're out there, and it's pretty much self-explanatory.
There's a specialty for everything.
Nose, and throat. If you got anything going on with any of those body parts, you might want to Google what's in your area.
So for Jackson, we did all that. He was okay. He got cleared, making sure that his ears were working right.
Great. That
he could hear, you know, at any time. And then of course, it just came down to doing a test with South Bay. So South Bay helped us, one, determine his delays, what he needed to work on.
Okay.
And then from there, they determined, yeah, we should do an autism test. So they booked their specialist, who comes out separately. So she did that. She met with us about, I want to say, 2 or 3 weeks later.
Okay.
And then from there, we actually got to see and how she interacted with Jackson, and she saw the delays as well. So that's when we got the confirmation that Jackson had autism.
Okay.
As far as where he was, because there's a spectrum. So there is kids who are high functioning, and then there are kids who are on the lower side of the spectrum whose motor skills and delays vary. Every kid is different, and everybody's on a different side of the spectrum. There are high functioning, and then there are low functioning. And then of course there are kids who are in the middle, kind of just figuring things.
So in that spectrum, you're saying that every child varies as far as if they do have autism. In that spectrum of having autism, they can vary in the different levels that they need more assistance and guidance in.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So as a single parent, has there been any situation or any social, event where you witnessed your son or you witnessed another parent, another single parent perhaps, in a situation where they could have handled themselves better? Where do you feel like that happens perhaps too often?
I want to say this for the most part. Like, we all have times where we're being tested, they behave badly. You got to figure out ways to punish them. It's all about just knowing what your child likes at the moment, and of course, being able to use that kind of against them, more so than reverting back to like when we were kids, where
just spankings.
Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong, I believe knocking out your children kind of help, but not all the way. Not all the way. So for me personally, like, I've had times where I've been tried, and I've given my son some spankings, but for the most part, like, I regret it. Right after I do, I'm like, gave into that crappy impulse. After I do it, I just explain. You have to speak to your kids like they're adults. Hey, this is what you did wrong. This is why you got this. So I'm sorry that I hit you, but that's why I did it.
That's something that I always appreciate from my parents, my mother and my grandmother. They always did with me when I was a child. They were very honest with me. Mom and grandma were not getting along. They would just tell me, I'm mad at grandma, or I'm mad at mom right now, or, we're not getting along. Your children are a lot smarter than you think. They will understand you. Just tell them very simply like that.
They'll understand, because like us, when we were kids and we'd be upset with our parents, and we be cursing them out in the corner. It's like, why'd she hit me? Why'd she hit me? Why am I in this corner right now?
All the curse words you'll never say out loud until you're like at
no.
least maybe like 13 or 14 years old in like a corner of your room with your door closed. I said my first curse words in my closet with my bedroom door closed and my closet door closed to make sure my grandmother didn't hear me. It was exhilarating. It was awesome.
I just did it when they weren't around. But yes, so like adults, kids feel. And then of course they'll understand, like, again, walking them through what's wrong, I think, is the biggest thing. Believe it or not, even if you don't see any delays, or if you even have like kind of just an inkling of, man, I would like to see my kid do this one. He hasn't been like learning that yet, you know. You can always just talk to your child's pediatrician, and they'll refer you to somebody from Craig or South Bay. Just keep an eye out on them and ask questions. That's important as a parent.
You either ask the questions that are necessary that you don't know are important as they were, or you're the kind of person that, you know, you brush off your own gut instinct. Again, previous episode, Age and I just spoke about gut instinct and trusting your intuition. Even as a parent, especially as a parent, you need to trust yourself. Yeah. Trust those feelings. It's better to ask those questions and get them answered, and have your curiosities clarified and have whatever fears you have abolished and absolved, than to just sit there and have a problem that's very minuscule, very minor, become very major for yourself and or for your child. So ask those questions. Again, trust yourself, trust those feelings.
One of the biggest things that I think I face consistently is just being open to being in communication consistently. Me and my son's mom, we raise our child separately. She has him half of the week, I have him half of the week. And communication is a big part of why we're successful. At times, it can always be better. That's just the gist of it. And it's hard being exes and having a kid, you know. I think everybody can feel that tension at first. But the biggest thing is just wanting the same things. And at times, it can always be better. That's just the gist of it. And it's hard being exes and having a kid, you know. I think everybody can feel that tension at first. The biggest thing is just wanting the same things. Yeah, relationship did not work, but you got a kid, you got one thing that you really want to make sure that works. And it has to work, right? Communication and everything has to be the most important thing. It has to be the thing that you guys consistently work on. Because I can say right now, like, I do not stop like getting better at communicating. Like, even at points where I stop, like maybe I won't answer one text, and then in the back of my head I'll be like, I gotta answer this text, because if not, we'll go crazy and then we'll just, you know, spontaneously combust. So something like that.
Communication will always be a factor here on the Gift of Gab. Whether you're a parent, whether you're a parent of a special needs child, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're together. If you're a person, you know what? Even if you a dog watching this and this is on play in the background, listen, tell owner, tell human, they need to communicate better, because we can all communicate better. Joel here is a great father. He's been communicating very well for his son Jackson, and he's here to help teach the rest of you and help tell the rest of you that we can all also communicate just as well. You cannot communicate enough. No. You can't be too open. You can't be too sincere. You cannot be too detailed. Especially when children are involved, we gonna both need you to be as detailed as you can be.
Definitely. For me, again, it's not always easy, but just push yourself just a little bit each and every day. Just communicating with anyone, for that matter, is just gonna help you with doing more. And then for the parents, everybody else is doing their own thing. They're not gonna be on top of you. You gotta be on top of you, and you gotta be just vigilant and just honing that mastery of communicating.
Or that vigilant like Batman, like Superman, but more like Batman. Yeah, Batman's cooler. Communication, he said, you know, whether you feel it or not, you know, it's the best thing to do, especially in those moments when it's needed and you feel it and you feel like you don't want to communicate. Those are the best times, the most necessary times in which you want to share those thoughts and feelings and details as far as whether it be the other parent is concerned or grandparent. You gotta open your mouth. You're not a parent alone. There will be people there who want to and can help you. There's organizations out there, as Joel mentioned earlier in the episode, that are willing to help you. There's, as I mentioned before, aunts and uncles, grandparents, and mothers and fathers and godfathers and godmothers who will be more than willing to just probably help more than you even thought that they'd be willing to help. You just gotta open your mouth. You do have a family. A family, as Joel said, it is what it is. It's not gonna get any better than that. It took at least 2 of you to start that. So own that and appreciate that for what it is and treat it the best you can. Well guys, thank you very much for watching this 3rd episode of the Gift of Gab here. This is Bobbin Robin, Joel Acosta with his new design soon to come by the title of By the Coast Designs by Joel Acosta. There will be Gift of Gab merchandise and graphic tees for sale. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. There will be more videos of the Gift of Gab coming soon. Don't forget to check out my Instagram channel as well. You can find me with the information posted in the video description below. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you soon. Hi, so thanks again for watching this third episode of the Gift of Gab. There will be more videos to come, so if you liked this one, as well as the others, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and share. Also, I have an Instagram channel where I host PSI, Public Service Illumination. Catch me on the run talking about random things happening and just giving some advice to people out there. Please share and subscribe. See you soon. Thank you for watching this episode of The Gift of Gab. This was episode 3 with Joel Acosta, a visual artist and graphic design artist, owner of the company By the Coast Designs. If you did like this video and want to see more, please don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe as well. There's going to be more videos to come. And don't forget to check out my Instagram channel also. How to find me will be in that video description below. Thanks again, guys. See you soon. Don't forget, guys, you can find me on Instagram. That information as far as how to find me will be in the video description below. Again, Joel Acosta was with me in this episode, owner of By the Coast Designs. He's a graphic artist, so look out for his graphic tees coming soon. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys soon. Hi! So hey everyone, this is the wrap-up video. Thanks again for watching. And if you did like this one as well as the other videos, don't forget to like and subscribe and share for me, please. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram channel, Bobbin Robin E. How to find me specifically will be in the video description below. Again, hope you enjoyed and see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that very much, especially if you did like this video. There's going to be more to come. Also, don't forget, I do have PSI, Public Service Illumination, on my Instagram channel as well. The details on how to find my Instagram channel will be in the video description below. Thanks again for watching. See you all soon. Also, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you really did like and would want to see more of the Gift of Gab. I have a few other shows coming out as well. Also, there's the Instagram channel that I have and another show there called PSI, Public Service Illumination. So, Instagram channel information is going to be in that video description below. Thank you again so much for watching, guys, and see you soon.